48 countries qualified for the FIFA 2026 World Cup. 16 from Europe, 10 from Africa, 9 from Asia, 1 from Oceania, that's New Zealand, 6 from North America, and the other 6 from South America. When you calculate these numbers, it is 48. But at the end of the group stage games played at this World Cup, 9 out of the 10 countries from Africa have made it to the round of 32 against all odds. Why? What do I mean by against all odds? The likes of Gattuso of Italy said a lot of things. Eyebrows were raised. 10 countries. What exactly are those African countries going to do with 10 slots and all that? But at the end of the day, these African brothers of ours, because of course Nigeria did not attend, but these African brothers outside Tunisia did not cover themselves in glory as far as I'm concerned. They did not do well at all. Build up to the World Cup, the qualifiers, 10 games that Tunisia played, they kept 10 clean sheets. But at the World Cup proper, 3 games played, 3 defeats. And not just that, they scored just 2 goals and considered 12. That's a minus 10 at the end of the day. They've been eliminated. But the other 9 covered themselves in growth. They were able to grind results when it mattered. The first game of the tournament was Mexico versus South Africa. I personally called myself Marisol because I was supporting Mexico. Yes, South Africa lost that first game, but the other 2 games, they ensured that they got the needed results to make sure they qualify out of that group. Morocco, we call them the towel of Africa. Look at what they did against Brazil. They drew against Brazil and won their remaining 2 games. Cape Verde, this is their first time at the World Cup. Vozinho, they did well. They drew against Spain, they drew against Uruguay, and also against Saudi Arabia. Qualified for the first time, the first knockout stage for them, first time at the World Cup, first knockout stage for them. Massive one. DR Congo, they needed at least a win. They needed a win to qualify out of their group. At the 64th minute against Uzbekistan, they were trailing Uzbekistan by a goal to 0. But at the 65th minute, Kozanov considered a penalty. Yohan Wissa scored, Mehli scored. All this thing happened in the last 20 minutes of the game, and they ended up winning that game against Uzbekistan by 3 goals to 1. Algeria needed a draw or a win against Austria, and they got a draw, 3-3. Egypt needed a maximum points against their opponent, and they were able to get it. Senegal needed a win by a large margin against Iraq, and they won that game by 5 goals to 0. You can see when the going became tough, they came out and they showed to the world why they are called Africans. Africans, we don't give up. Africans, impossibility is not a word in our dictionary, and we could see it. The resilience, they never say never until the final whistle is blown, happened. And I am so proud for all 9 countries that made it out of the group stage games. Whatever happens in the round of 32, it's no one's business, because they have proved themselves time and time again at the group stage games. Congratulations to Africa. We'll see what happens in the round of 32. Thank you very much. Bye.